north and to the Arctic Rally Finland. The one we've all been waiting to see, a true winter test for our crews. I'm Bex Williams, and joining me in co-commentary for our Shakedown is driver Mads Osberg. Mads, it looks fantastic out there. We're so excited to be here in Rovaniemi. How much are you looking forward to this as Sebastian Ogier gets underway?
Yeah, it's really exciting, and for sure it's really nice to see this type of events. We have never seen this rally in WRC before, and as you can already see, the snowbanks are really high and nice winter conditions.
Incredible winter conditions. It is the first time the WRC has travelled into the Arctic Circle. We've had winter perfect conditions for the past few weeks here. As you can see, it looks fantastic out there. Mads has already mentioned snowbanks. Temperatures out there this morning around about -2. And the big question is, who is going to be on the top step of the podium this weekend? It could be any number of drivers, but you've all been voting on WRC.com. Coming up favourite at the moment is Kalle Rovanperä. He has a lot on his shoulders this weekend, but then this man knows what to do on snow as well. What's the tactic for driving on snow, Mads? You're well used to this.
Yeah, I think this time around it's obviously a new event, so there will be a lot to learn for everyone, and I think the conditions can play a factor as well. As you can see now, it's foggy. The temperatures are a lot higher than we expected at this point. It will be even milder through the day today, but colder again tomorrow. But the conditions when it's around -degrees can be really hard, and you can also see here there is a little bit of snow on the road. It's a little bit slippery outside the line. There is some line with some gravel, but I think it will be hard for the first cars on the road, and you can just see how Seb is trying to take advantage of those big snowbanks. We have been talking about it going into the event, and he's basically touching every snowbank on every exit on the slow corners. Which can give him a little bit of extra speed.
It's so difficult, isn't it, with the snowbanks, to know where you can take the risk, where you can lean, where it's going to help you. Because some of the snowbanks can suck you in, suck the car in, and take you off the road.
Yeah, we have actually been out on the forest checking the snowbanks a little bit, and they seem to be able to lean on them. They are quite solid, not too hard, but they are enough to lean on. So I guess you will see a lot of the drivers using the snowbanks, especially on these slow corners. On the fast corners you can't really use them except for trying to save yourself in case you have a moment, but on the slow corners they can really be helpful on the exit, and we saw Ogier especially doing that on this slow section, but it seems quite slippy, quite high grip on the line, but outside the line there is some loose snow, just 3 or 4 centimeters of this quite humid snow now, and that gets really slippery.
Good morning to you wherever you're watching around the world. We hope you're going to be with us for the entire weekend here to watch everything play out in the frozen north. It's going to be an epic weekend ahead. Ogier's completed his first run of Shakedown as we switch now to Elvin Evans and Scott Martin. And we should hear from Ogier very shortly. Molly Pettit is at the stage end for us. Now, Mads, you had quite an inventive way of testing these snowbanks. I believe you were actually jumping into them rather than using a car.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a car in hand, so I had to do something. So I was actually checking them by running into them.
There's Ogier then at the stop control. Let's hear what it was like first pass through.
Morning, Seb. A proper winter rally this time. How enjoyable was it?
Yeah, it's really nice. I wish the condition would be like this in the States, because here it's pretty high sea and actually much higher grip than I expected, so didn't drive so well actually, but okay, Shakedown is there to try to get a feeling again.
It is there for them to get a feeling. It's slightly different from the stages they're going to be seeing this weekend. It's wider. The stage has been watered as well, so there's a good ice space on this stage, which is what Seb was talking about then, a lot more grip than he expected out there, Mads.
Yeah, I think he's right that there will be a difference from the stages and the Shakedown. They have put water on this stage, like you're saying. This was used in the National Arctic Rally a few weeks ago. They had to sort of repair the road a little bit, and you can do that with water, so that means the grip will increase a lot. The studs will find the grip on the ice, and that's what they are finding now, and I think they didn't have this on their test session, so this is new to them, and again tonight it will change with the normal road.
What's been interesting is that the conditions here in the past few weeks, the past month or so, have been so cold, consistently cold. You haven't had that thaw, then freeze, then thaw, then freeze to get that incredible ice space that we talk about on every winter rally. That's, you know, the perfect condition. But it's been consistently minus 20, minus 30 here. It's only now the temperature has actually crept up. Exactly the same time then for Elfyn Evans as Sebastian Ogier on the first run of Shakedown. It's a 2:45.1. As we switch into the car of Thierry Neuville and Martin Vidal. On the podium, of course, in Monte Carlo. And really keen to show what they can do here. Thierry was sounding in confident form yesterday when we spoke to him. Let's hear from Elfyn now then with Molly. And watch as Thierry heads through the shakedown test.
Morning, Elfyn. Same time as Seb in the States. He was a bit surprised about the high grip levels. Is that the same for you?
Yeah, a bit higher than expected in places for sure. It's very, let's say, sort of quite wide and very icy base, so yeah, probably going to be quite different to the rally, I would say.
I think he's completely right about that. There has not been put any water on the actual rally stages, and if let's say the ice is worn out, they will just drive on the gravel. So this is slightly different than what we will see on the weekend.
You've been voting on WRC.com for who you think will win this event, and this man is favourite right now with Oitanak close behind. You know, there's a lot of pressure on Kalle. Obviously, he's won here in the past, Mads, and his current form is really good. You were waiting for that first win to come through from him. I spoke to him yesterday, and he doesn't seem to be feeling the pressure, which is a good thing. He knows there's a weight of expectation on him from the fans, but it's not bothering him.
No, I think that's good. And he's starting to get a lot of experience already. Even though he's like 3 years old, he still has done a lot of rallies now. So for sure, he knows what to do to win the rally, and I'm quite sure that he is able to do it. So it will be very, very interesting throughout the weekend.
Neuville through with the fastest time.
Talking about pace notes anyway. They are still quite new with each other.
Absolutely they are.
They need to adjust, and I think the previous event was some kind of a shocker for both the crews inside the car, and I think now they have to readjust a little bit to different conditions.
Let's hear from Thierry then.
Morning, Thierry. You had a great time in Monte on the podium. What can you achieve this weekend here?
Yeah, I have no idea what we can achieve. The car felt quite okay for our first run, but for sure we can improve a little bit and try to have a good weekend this time in the snow and fight against the Toyota. We're going to be very strong. So yeah, but I'm looking forward. We had a good preparation and I feel comfortable.
We're all looking forward to it, Thierry. He is the quickest through so far, 2:44.6. This man could be a surprise this weekend as well. We've seen, you know, improving form from Taka. He knows what to do on the snow. He's won in WRC2 and Rally Sweden a couple of years ago. He's also been here. Could Taka surprise us all this weekend, Mads? What are your thoughts on that?
I think he could. To be honest, we have seen before that on the fast stages, especially on gravel as well, he's very, very fast, and he has a good car. He's in a safe position in his team now. He seems to feel very comfortable, and he did have a very good Monte Carlo as well, so he can build from that. So I'm not expecting him to fight really, really on the top, but he can have a good rally.
And it is the fastest time through there now for Rovanperä, 2:40.5 is the time. That is a good bit quicker than the others on the first run of Shakedown. Remember, there's our stop line crew. Molly is asking the questions for us, and she'll be in action at the stage ends all weekend. She's a busy girl for this event. Look at that. Now, you look looking at cloudy, misty skies out there. You can barely tell the difference
Morning,
between
Callum.
state
How much
and
golf
sky.
have you got there? That was a great time in the state. Do you think you can win this weekend?
Yeah, it's gonna be a difficult weekend for sure, but I think I should enjoy these stages a lot. And yeah, now I was just trying to have a nice feeling in the car, push a bit here. I made few mistakes here and there, so not so good time, but for sure I try to clean it up and be even faster on the rally. So yeah, let's try to be quick this weekend.
It's going to be a thriller. So many drivers with the potential of getting onto the top step of the podium this weekend. Remember, you can watch every single stage live on WRC Plus, all live. We will be broadcasting all this incredible, snowy, speedy landscape. Gus Greensmith now then.
He had a difficult Monte Carlo.
He did, but he said he comes here now with a completely different mindset. He's got a bit of confidence. He's not got a huge amount of experience on this surface. And he mentioned that last night, that this morning on Shakedown, he was testing a few elements of the car out there, just to give himself a little bit more confidence heading into the stages, which begin this afternoon.
Right, so lock in, sudden slow left, and 7 right plus short. 8 left. 100.
Watching as the time ticks down for Taka. And there you go. Every single stage, as you can see on the screen there, live with us on WRC.com. WRC Plus, all live, is where you need to head to make sure you're up to date with everything that happens here at Arctic Rally Finland. Views like this guaranteed for the whole weekend.
I just want to go slightly back to the time of Rovanperä there, because that's really an amazing time, and you could really tell as well from his driving. He was pushing very hard, and he was able to take advantage of that higher grip. So he didn't seem to be amazed by the amount of grip. He just used it, and I think that's one of the key things for him, just to take advantage of the grip available.
And he also said, you know, he made a few mistakes in there. He could actually be a lot quicker than that, but he's already very quick.
He was, yeah.
Let's see from Taka.
Morning, Taka. Tell us, how much fun was that?
Yeah, it's so fun. Very nice stages, and okay, tomorrow gonna be afternoon gonna be a bit more narrow and tricky, but feeling is very good. And yeah, I needed a bit save the tires for maybe everybody the same, but it's still so fun to drive. So it's gonna be a very fun weekend. Thank you.
It is going to be a fun weekend, and yeah, it is this afternoon that things get underway. It's a 31-kilometre stage run twice that we see this afternoon, which has echoes of actual gravel rally Finland. It's very undulating, that stage. Lots of little kind of small jumps on crests. It's going to be an amazing one to watch. It is Rally Finland on snow and ice. Now this pairing, wanting to get a good result to kick off their season properly. They competed at home in Estonia a few weeks ago on snow and ice. Super successful there, so let's hope that was a good test in preparation for Arctic Rally Finland. Now what's interesting is that Gus has kind of pared back the watching of onboard videos, and he's tried to calm that side of things down, maybe not take too much information in prior to the event. Let it all flow a little bit more is the mantra at the moment. Gus's time is a 2:51.7. We've got 6 drivers through the first run of Shakedown. Good morning wherever you are watching us around the world.
I think it will be very, very interesting to watch Tanak this weekend. He had a bad Monte Carlo, and for sure he will be very motivated to have a good rally here. His start position should be very good, and he's exceptional on this type of fast roads, so I think he can have a very good weekend.
Morning, Gus. Amazing conditions for this rally. Can you tell us a bit about the confidence you get driving with these studded tyres on snow and ice?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I was really surprised with was how much grip we had. Wasn't really using much of it, and just kind of need to focus on smoothing the driving down, because in places I felt like I couldn't carry the speed, but then the grip was there, so kind of clear ways to improve, which is good. But yeah, it's mega.
I think he is echoing everyone's feelings, really. Here at the rally, it is mega out there. Teemu Suunninen now then, also the disappointing start in Monte Carlo, wanting to turn it round this weekend. Sounded confident when we chatted yesterday.
Yeah, just going back to what Gus was saying, I think he's completely right that the grip available from the studded tires is just amazing. And I think for a guy like him, just to learn how to drive on snow, you really need to change your driving style a little bit to find that grip. And that will take some time just to be able to rotate. We spoke about it in Monte Carlo. You need to rotate the car much more on the snow to clear the snow to find the grip. And you can't really drive like you're doing on gravel. On gravel, you have the grip available all the time. You don't really have to create it. But on the snow, you have to make the grip yourself. You get the time.
No, it hasn't popped up here yet on the official timing screen. They're wearing those yellow glasses, and I've seen you sporting some of these in the past as well. Talk to us about that, well, once we've heard from Oit, to notice the difference between sky and snow. We'll hear about that.
A very fast rally coming up. How much potential does this car have this weekend?
We will find out, so for sure. Would be nice to fight for the Toyotas, but let's see what we can do.
We will be watching very closely, Mr. Tanak, to see what you can do, and your army of fans back in Estonia and, of course, around the world. We welcome back Craig Breen and Paul Nagel to the championship.
Yeah, he is also wearing the yellow glasses, so they are obviously there to try and help, especially in these kind of conditions with some fog, and everything just gets really white. It's complicated to see the contrast of the road and to actually see the corners at some point. So the yellow color can really help to see the contrast and to basically see the corners.
Craig sporting a new helmet livery there. We're certainly not going to lose him in the snow with those colours. It looks fabulous.
Jarru, lyhyt vasen loiva 3. Pitkä oikein eri. Ja vasen helppo 5. Pitkä oikein.
Is the time going to reflect against Rolf Perez's fastest time then?
Heti vasen loiva 8. Maali 250.
5.6 slower, so it's still Rovanperä who's the quickest man through, 240.5, then Tanak was at 243, then Suunninen 246.1. Now we've seen Craig do well in snow conditions before. His best result was second overall at Rally Speed 3 years back when Scott Martin was sitting alongside him then. You know, he's got a good road position as well, Mads. You could see something special coming through from Mr. Breen.
I think that's for sure that's possible, and he has a really smooth driving style as well, and it could suit very well to the snowy conditions. We have seen that his best result is always coming when it's really slippery on this type of events, and he's just so clever in how he's choosing to stay on the line all the time. It's one of his really important things for him. He's talking
Morning,
about
Teemu. Is there a bit of a competition with the Finnish drivers about having the coolest glasses this weekend?
Not really. Maybe I'm getting old. I need more contrast to see the snowbanks, and yeah, hopefully this helps.
Yeah. How was it out there this morning?
I felt pretty okay, but looks like we are going to have quite challenging rally ahead. Okay, I can find 1 second, 2 seconds on being absolutely on the limit, but yeah, not going to be easy.
It isn't going to be easy out there this weekend, and we wouldn't like it if it was.
Look here, Bexy.
This is exciting. This is exciting. Oliver Solberg making his debut in a World Rally car, a WRC event. Bit of drama before the event got underway. It's not his regular co-driver Aaron Johnson we see alongside him. It is Seb Marshall who stepped in this weekend right at the last minute. Hugely exciting for Oliver, though, to be making this debut. As we see Craig now come to the end of the stages, check out that time.
That's a very good time from Craig.
Just shy then of the fastest time through, second quickest, 242.4. We'll hear from Craig in a few moments with Molly. But just going back to Oliver, Mads, what an incredible opportunity he has here to be able to show us what he can do in a World Rally car.
Yeah, and I think hopefully he's not thinking too much about that, because I think what's important for him is to get the experience and to really enjoy what he's doing at the moment. He has a really nice opportunity here on an event which he will be really comfortable, so I hope he can just relax and enjoy the event. He has nothing to prove at this point, only that we already know he's a good driver.
Certainly do. Okay, let's hear from Craig with Molly.
Morning, Craig. Great to see you back. Second fastest on Shakedown. That's exactly what you wanted to see, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible conditions in here at the minute. You have just a road full of grip, big lovely snowbanks. So they seem that they're nice and lovely anyway, ready to push you back on the road, and you can just go like the clappers and carry so much speed. So it's okay. Every day you get to drive one of these cars is something special, but it's on conditions like this that it really blows your mind. It's something special, so let's try to enjoy it.
It is something special, and it is going to be an incredible weekend out there. Remember to stay with us on WRC Plus All Live to see all of this, every single stage live into your living room. Rally is coming to you at the moment. Can't have spectators, but we can beam straight into your living rooms around the world. Back with Oliver and Seb Marshall. You know, Oliver's pretty lucky that Seb was able to do it. He's a world-class co-driver to be able to step in and read the notes. And Seb said Oliver's note-taking is pretty similar to what he's gone through in the past. So it's not too much of a change for him.
And that's safely true, the first shakedown in the WRC car. That's really amazing. Yes, that's correct, Seb.
Well done, Seb. And I think that's going to be great for Oliver this weekend, is to have Seb's assurance on everything. You know, he's been there, he's done it in a World Rally car, and he can keep pepping him up, keep the confidence level high.
Yeah, and Seb he's such a good co-driver as well. I've listened to him many times, and he's one of the class examples on how to read pace notes. He's really, really amazing, and I think at least Oliver can be confident with the co-driver, and he's also a nice guy, so I'm sure they have a good feeling inside the car for both of them.
But as Seb said, he's only keeping this seat warm. Aaron will be back.
Oliver, your first shakedown in a WRC car, and you look a little bit exhausted.
It was very fast. I just had to get a feel for it again, but you know, the grip pair was so high, so I drove way too slow. But okay, it's just great fun to be able to drive a fantastic car like this, and it's just get experience, and we'll see how it goes.
And that's going to be a big thing this weekend, is getting experience. You know, everything is coming at you quicker. The car is far more powerful. The notes are going to be a lot quicker. Everything is happening faster.
Yeah, for sure. It's a big step for him. And one thing is enjoying it on the test, and you're in a safe environment. You're doing the same stage over and over again. Now he's out on the race, and he has to drive from his pace notes. So that's very different from being on the test. And it's also, I'm sure that at the moment he don't really have the experience to make the pace notes for the WRC cars, because they will be different from what he used with the R5 car, and he needs to learn all these things, and I hope he will be able to do all the stages this weekend and actually bring that experience.
Okay, as we were talking about Oliver Solberg, then Pierre-Louis Loubet completes the stage, slots in 9th quickest out of a total of 11 drivers that have finished. This is only the first run of what is the shakedown stage. This is the opportunity for the guys to get the settings really absolutely optimum on their car ahead of the rally starting this afternoon. Janne Tuohino, it's always great to see Janne compete in WRC. We don't see him so much at the moment, but this is a rally he knows well. And Pierre-Louis.
Ooh, he's off anyway.
Pierre-Louis, first run of Shakedown. How do you feel about the time?
The grip is more high than I was expected, so yeah, we have a big mark. I was very too clean, and I was thinking that will be more slippery, but the grip was super high, so that I will know for the next time.
So this is approximately 2.7 kilometers into the stage where Janne Tuohino has gone off. We were on board with him as that happened. This is just a replay.
It's just he's going slightly wide on the right-hand corner here now, and he just loses the rear out in the loose, and he cannot, basically cannot turn the car the other way around. He just steps out there, and he can't really get it back in.
And he's ploughed into the snow, and that could be pretty difficult to get out of.
He seems happy anyway.
Depends how deep he is into this, I guess. This is a real shame for Janne then on the first run of Shakedown, but you know, rather it happen now than actually on the event itself.
Absolutely, and it will be, we will see this through the weekend, that if someone goes off, the roads are really narrow and the snowbanks are so high, so it will be actually difficult to pass the cars which are stuck. So I hope we won't have any big troubles with it, but for sure, if you have a spin, if you get stuck, it will be complicated to pass the cars in the stage. So we will see now, because Lorenzo is coming up to the place where Janne is.
So let's keep an eye here. I mean, this, as we mentioned, this stage is slightly different to what we'll see on the rally. It is wider. Fantastic to see Lorenzo Bertelli back with us as well. Yeah, so there it is.
Yeah,
there's plenty of room for them to pass there.
Well, I think that has to be the advice for all the drivers. If you go off, do it properly. Don't stop the stage.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to get out of there without getting pulled out of there.
30, destra 3 più.
You know, looking at the temperatures across the weekend, obviously we've talked about, you know, the yellow glasses and the difference between snow and sky, and how much, you know, that helps. And right now it's pretty difficult with the fog that we have out there. Tomorrow's temperatures are going to be lower. It looks like we have blue skies tomorrow, so that should be a bit easier. But it's still the difference, even just at stage level, that those glasses help with.
Yeah, and I think tonight as well will be a really interesting day with a little bit milder temperature. We do expect plus degrees on the first stage, maybe some snow.
Yeah, maybe some snow later. And I think it was Elvin that said yesterday, you know, it is difficult. He said, especially in the dark, if it is snowing out there, to be able to read the road ahead of you. But remember, it's the first time the WRC has come here. Yes, some of the drivers have done these stages before, but in reverse from the Arctic Rally that we saw in January. Some of them did it many, many years ago. So they are unfamiliar with these stages.
Yeah, it will be a big challenge for sure. With especially on the second stage, with the lights, with the light pod on the front, you have a really strong light from the car, and then if you have snow, it's like a wall ahead of you.
Yeah.
So that will be very demanding.
Man who seemed to have a huge amount of fun in Monte Carlo was Andreas Mikkelsen. Huge smiles at every stage end. I think he's going to relish the challenge. It's again Tuohino just to the side. Let's hear from Lorenzo with Molly.
It's been a while. Why did you choose this rally to come back?
I mean, because I enjoy snow, I love snow, and we have perfect condition, and I mean, I'm happy to be here.
You know, I think any driver seeing this come into the championship would have gone, yeah, bucket list event. I really want to get some sponsorship to be able to do this one. And you can certainly understand why when you see the conditions out there. Adrian Formeau, now we heard this week about the partnership with Red Bull that will see him, of course, venture into a WRC car in Croatia, within WRC2 here. And I think the battle in the Rally 2 category as a whole, in WRC2 and WRC3, wow, Mads, the lineup of drivers we have, it's incredible.
Yeah, it is. There is a lot of good drivers, a lot of good cars, and there will be a huge fight, I'm sure, also in that category. So, like you said, Andreas had a very good Monte Carlo. We have maybe Esa-Pekka Lappi is one of the favorites as well. he knows what to do on this type of events, and for sure he.
What's he saying?
He struggled a bit to change down for one corner.
Okay.
Yeah, so there will be a lot of fighting for sure. It will be interesting to see the times also coming from Adrian. He doesn't have a lot of experience in this type of winter events, but he is a very fast driver, and he seems to go for the championship this year. And we saw a bit different approach from him in Monte Carlo. And
Andreas, good morning. See you laughing with Ola. What's going on?
Yeah, it was the worst start ever. It's the second corner. I forgot I was in the WRC2 car, so I went for the paddle shift. And the car wouldn't go down the gear, and then I realized, so yeah, not the best run.
But otherwise, it feels a bit like home here.
Yeah, otherwise I feel like home.
I'm laughing with him. That's obviously not enough coffee this morning out there for Andreas Mikkelsen. We're with Formo now. Remember to join us for the whole weekend on WRC Plus or live to watch the incredible battle that we will have in WRC2 and WRC3 as well. As I mentioned, the lineup of drivers is pretty incredible and a tough one to call out on the snowy tracks. But I'm sure you guys and girls will be out there. Let us know who your favourites are to take the top honours in WRC2 and 3 using the hashtag WRC Live. It's great to see you all interacting across social media this morning. Make sure you stick with us for the whole day. The rally begins this afternoon. Now, time for Mikkelsen on the board was 2:54.4. Countdown as Formo heads towards the end of the stage. And it's a 3:05.4 on this first run of Shakedown here at the Arctic Rally Finland.
You can really see a difference in driving style and watching a driver like Adrian on this type of stages. He's driving so straight, he's following the line all the time, which can in some ways turn out really well if there is a lot of snow on the road. But with the amount of grip available on the stage now, you really need to use the full width of the road and really play with the car. But for sure that will change for the rally itself. There will be more grip in the line than outside. So.
Okay, let's hear it from
Morning, Adrian. How did the Fiesta R5 perform on the snow and ice in here?
Yeah, it's nice to drive, but honestly I was really surprised about the grip was so high, honestly, and it's much more than expected. So we need to find the grip and the pace, but we are on the shakedown, so we will try.
It all begins this afternoon with a 31-kilometre stage to kick things off. And there we go, the result of the first run of Shakedown with Robin Pera fastest, 2:40.5. Then with Breen, 1.9 behind. Then Tanak third quickest, then Newville, Ogier, Evans, Suninen and Kat Suter with Lube and Greensmith rounding out the top 10. Let's head now to our studio in the snowy service park.
A good Friday morning to you rally fans, and welcome to Arctic Rally Finland, powered by CapitalBox. Or to my right is Father Christmas, but to my left is another kind of Father Christmas, Julian Porter. Well, a fantastic shakedown. Julian, I know that you have never been so excited about this rally. It is just absolutely epic. The visuals and everything is so incredible to see, and you're really, really excited about what's to come.
I am. I mean, you just look around us. It's just great. I mean, conditions are perfect, absolutely fantastic. Robin Pera going quicker stage, won here before. There's just so much to get excited about. There really is, and I can't wait. It's a perfect conditions for every driver.
Yeah, well, the perfect storm indeed. It's been referred to as driving on ice and is just that and a whole lot more. Okay, well, let's see what's in store. We've got 2 stages today here on Friday. They are a repeat of the stages. It will end up in darkness by the time it's stage 2. So here we are, Friday stage 1 and 2. It's going to be till 8:30 tonight. Now that's local time, so make sure you check your clocks around the world. Saturday we will have stages 3 to 8. We'll be on air from 7:45 till around about 8:15 local time, and then 9 till 3 on Sunday. Of course, that power stage where everything will play out, and we'll be finding out who has won Arctic Rally Finland. Now this rally in particular is so fast. We've heard all the drivers, if you've seen all the video clips coming up and leading up to this rally, about how fast it is. But Callie Rothenperez has just laid down a pretty impressive shakedown time. I know not always representative of what's to come, but Callie certainly knows what to do on snow.
Yeah, he does know what to do on snow. We were talking to him earlier on in the week. We did an interview with him, and he says the experience he had from here last year will obviously help him. It just gives him an idea, even though there's not many stages. I think 1 stage is the same or similar from last year. But it's just that knowledge. You know, when we were in Sweden last year, the conditions were a lot more challenging. This is exactly what you want. It's a surface that, and most people, normal driving, you just not leave the car. You just leave the car on the driveway. These lot are loving it, and the harder you push, the more grip you get from those tyres. The studs bite into the ice and the snow. It was interesting because Ogier actually said they felt like there was more ice on these stages than there actually is on the rally stages. So said the conditions were really good. But I just, as a driver, it's just phenomenal, the grip. It is amazing.
Yeah, I bet. Now, thick fog out there. We will keep you updated with the weather. Around about -2, we're already in our snow gear down here, but around about -2 on that shakedown stage. Now, you made reference to Callie because obviously last year he won the Arctic Rally. But Craig Breen, I'm not sure we were expecting to see such a flying time from him, but he also put in a very impressive shakedown time, Julian.
Yeah, he's got a good road position. He's utilised that. You know, we've seen people in the past utilise road positions or not utilise them. He managed that. But Craig, he just loves it. He had a really good couple of days of testing in the build-up to the event. It's interesting because Hyundai and Toyota, they tested a couple of weeks ago. And then M-Sport tested just last week, like Saturday, Sunday, Monday was their testing. So they're right up to date with the kind of latest conditions. But as you pointed out, it's -2 now. When we were here for the M-Sport test, we were running -15 to 19. So that's why I've not got very many clothes on, because it was kind of, this is like tropical now.
Well, it's balmy for everybody else. Yeah, for me, of course, I'm freezing. But I'm freezing all the time. We all know that. I know. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, if you want to get interactive on the social media, it is #AllLive. Now, Oi Tanak, we're expecting to see impressive things from him as well this weekend.
Yeah, he's got a great road position. Again, obviously that disappointment in Monty gives him a great road position. Full face crash helmet for Tanak. I noticed this on the test. He's using a full face crash helmet. Not really sure why. I tried to get some information out of him between the test and now. Haven't got that yet, but hopefully we'll get that answer during shakedown. It's maybe a comfort thing. I know Mikkelsen went from an open face to a full face a few years ago, and he said he just felt more confident and he could push harder. I actually, when I competed, I went from circuit racing full face to an open face in rallying, and it was like the whole world had opened up when you went, because you have so much more vision. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how he copes with that and whether he enjoys it enough or whether he changes.
Okay, well, it's going to be an incredible weekend, as I'm sure you are well aware. Get yourself on social media. Let us know whereabouts in the world you are and who you think is going to bring home the victory here in the Arctic. Well, thank you for joining us for Shakedown. We'll be back on your TV screens at 1:15. Until then, we'll see you there.
Watch WRC Plus on all devices. WRC Plus, all live.